have you seen the most interesting interview of Princess Meghan, Prince Harry, taken by the Queen of American television herself, Oprah Winfrey? Now, in this interview, there were lots of information shared about the British monarchy, which shocked Oprah Winfrey herself.
What? 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 Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wow. Ooh. Oh.
So stay tuned for our body language analysis on Princess Meghan and Prince Harry about their treatment in the British monarchy and who decided out of these two to come up with a public interview. This was the first time any of the members of the royal family have spoken negatively about the monarchy in Britain, or as Meghan refers, the institution.
The institution has never... The institution, but also...
Everyone is talking about how difficult it was, or how difficult it would have been for Meghan and Harry to speak about British monarchy on an open interview. But we're gonna be focusing on their body language to understand, out of this couple, who was more interested or who wanted to speak in front of the media. When we look at Meghan in this interview, first I want to mention that we understand that there were really tough moments for Meghan in this interview, and where it was really difficult for her to speak, and it was really evident on her body. But when you look at Meghan throughout the whole interview and her posture, we can see few things happening. First, when we look at throughout the interview, let's take a look at her posture. She's leaning back and sitting comfortably on the chair, and her legs are in a crossed. Now, when someone keeps their legs in a crossed way and sitting comfortably on the chair, that person is not experiencing high amount of stress or discomfort, and they are not trying to run away, which shows that she is quite confident and relaxed in the environment or the situation which she are in. Whenever we have seen the couple traveling anywhere or any kind of public appearance, we see Harry and Meghan holding their hands, and always Harry's hand is on top and Meghan's hand is on the bottom. First, let's take a look how does this look like. Whenever we see this kind of them holding their hands, it shows Harry's concern, he shows his care, he shows his protectiveness for his wife. But in this interview, we saw something really interesting and really different from all of these situations. We saw for the major duration of the interview, Harry's hand was on the bottom and Meghan's hand was on the top. In this show, we see that Meghan's hand is being in a way kept on top of Harry's hand, where she's being quite protective, comforting and slightly on the top of the situation for Prince Harry. It is a reassuring gesture from Meghan for Prince Harry to be comfortable, to be relaxed to speak about the whole situation and his experience, as it might be really difficult for Prince Harry to speak about his own family on a public forum. We see few of the variations in the way they are holding their hands, in which Meghan's hand is on top and Harry's hand is at the bottom. Whenever we look at Meghan Markle, whenever she wants to emphasize anything that she is saying, she takes a long pause.
I remember feeling shocked and angry and also just feeling so hurt. It just wasn't right and something needed to be done. So I went home and I told my dad what had happened. And he encouraged me to write letters. So I did. To the most powerful...
Now, when we look at this video, we see that when Meghan wanted to emphasize on a certain topic, she took a really long pause, which made everyone give more attention on this topic. Same thing is happening in this interview. When Meghan spoke about the child's color or race, she took a really long pause for Oprah to understand that this is a point which she really wants to put an emphasis on. Now, why is this important? This non-verbal gesture is really important, which allows us to understand that Meghan was really prepared about the points that she wants to convey to the audience, and she made sure that these are the points to be highlighted the most in the entire interview.
And also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
What?
And
who is having that conversation with you? What?
Now that you have seen few points about Meghan, can you come to a conclusion about who is the person who decided to go for this public interview to speak about British monarchy and how do they treat each other? If yes, tell me in the comments below who do you think was the person who took an initiative to go ahead and speak in this interview. Was it Harry or was it Meghan? Now let's take a look at Prince Harry. Do you remember how we discussed Meghan looked comfortable while she was sitting with her legs crossed? Yes. However, when we look at Harry in this interview, we see him also sitting with his legs crossed, but there is something different when he's asked a question. When we look at Harry while he's sitting with his legs crossed, when Oprah asked him a direct question, he tried to uncross his legs because he was feeling a little discomfort from this type of question. You can see him trying to uncross his legs, but I guess it is not possible for him to uncross because of the space. But this is a very important gesture to notice, as to understand how discomfortable or how difficult this interview was for Prince Harry. When you look at Prince Harry and Meghan as a couple, whenever they are going for any kind of interview or public appearances, we see them looking at each other directly. Whenever Meghan is speaking, Harry is looking at her. Whenever Harry is speaking, Meghan is looking at him. This is a very common thing which happens with them in any kind of interview since they got married. Now, but there is a very slight change in this interview than any other interview before. When we look at Harry in the previous interview, we see him having a body frame which is slightly normal, or he is maintaining a little gap in his hands and his body, so he appears a little large. But when we look at Harry in this interview with Oprah, we see him squishing his body and shrinking his body a lot than in any other interview which we have seen. His legs are closed in, his hands are also closed in, making his body frame appear smaller. Prince Harry has an habit of touching himself whenever he's feeling stressed. There are certain things that he does very normally and a lot in any kind of interviews that we see him. He plays with his ring, he also fiddles with his hands, grabs his hands, and things like that. These are the few things which are done by Harry when he's feeling just a little bit of maybe stress, discomfort, or not just comfortable in front of a camera. But in this interview, we saw something little different. Let's take a look at his hands. First, one of his hands on his lips and also slightly rubbing his hands to soothe himself. Second, his other hand is on his thighs and slightly squeezed between his legs. Okay, which is slightly difficult to see in this image, but you can easily understand that he has kept his hand between his legs and he is squishing it. So when we look at these behaviors of Prince Harry, that him shrinking himself down, he's touching himself, and when he is very highly stressed. Next thing, that he is not trying to uncross his legs whenever he is feeling stressed or asked a direct question. All are these signs so that he is really under a lot of stress. And I guess that stress is quite obvious because he's speaking about his own family on a public forum and what things they are not doing right. So now, by now you might be feeling that it might be a little obvious for you guys to understand who was the person who was driving this conversation to speak up in an open forum with Oprah Winfrey about the British monarchy. By now you might be coming to a conclusion about who was driving this decision to come out and speak openly about the British monarchy. But as body language experts, we cannot come to a conclusion so quickly. We have to observe a lot more finer details to come to a conclusion about who was driving this. Let's take a look at a few interesting things that we saw in Prince Harry. The smile of contempt, a very interesting behavior that we see on Prince Harry. Whenever Prince Harry in this interview with Meghan and Oprah says anything slightly controversial about the royal family, we see a small smile of contempt. What is a smile of contempt? A one-sided smile like this is called a smile of contempt. Why does this happen? First, let's take a look. How does this look like? Here you can see Harry giving a smile of contempt just after he spoke something about the royal family. We see this smile in which it shows that Harry feels that he is in a better position or knows something which others are not aware of, We won't be able to see this kind of a contempt smile time and time again throughout the whole interview whenever Harry spoke anything controversial about the royal family if he was not willing to speak out in this interview about all the controversial topics on his own. That means that he is not influenced. It was his own decision to speak and give out these slightly controversial hints or topics to the open media. Next thing that we see on Prince Harry is a one-shoulder shrug. When he says that he has compassion for us, still have compassion for his family, we again see the contempt style which we already saw and a single shoulder shrug. Now, what does this mean? A single shoulder shrug is an asymmetric behavior. What is an asymmetric behavior? Any behavior which is not in symmetry with the both sides of your body. These things happen when you are trying to process a lot of information, and whenever someone is saying anything which is that they don't completely believe in, or they are already thinking about something else, or they are not 100% sure about this, we tend to see these kind of asymmetric behavior on someone's body. So whenever he said that he still has compassion for royal family, his brother and father, we see this one single shoulder shrugs which makes us doubt about what he's saying, and do he really believes about what he's saying? Now we come to the most important and most interesting part of this video, which all of you have been waiting for. Now, we're gonna tell you who was the one out of Meghan or Harry who was driving this decision. When we look at all the facts in this video, till now we thought that maybe Meghan was the one who was driving the decision to come out in the open about the treatments of the British monarchs. But when we look at all the details, we can properly conclude that it was a mutual decision, that both of them decided to out the British monarchs and say in public what all the controversial things and what all things are going wrong in the royal family. What we need to convey to you from this analysis is that whenever there is any kind of public announcement, interview, your personal situation at your work, whenever anybody who's communicating and there is more than one person, to understand who is the decision maker or who is the leader in this conversation, we need to look at their body language and non-verbal communication. We cannot just rely on what they say and how much do they say to come to the conclusion that this is the person who's the leader or this is the person who's the decision maker. Drop it in the comment box. What do you think about our analysis? And also drop in if any other interviews or any other situation like this you want us to analyze. And stay tuned for more such body language analysis videos. Keep watching. If you love the video, subscribe to our channel. If you like the video, just press the like button, and if you want to stay tuned for any of our new upcoming videos, press the bell icon. Thank you so much. Bye bye guys.